Zang Fu, The Organ System of Traditional Chinese Medicine by Jeremy Ross. Chapter 12, Xin Bao and San Jiao. Pericardium and Triple Banner. Xin Bao. Functions. The five Zang, Shen, He, Gan, Xin, and Fei, are the key Zang Fu in both theory and practice. Xin Bao, the sixth Zang, or in-organ system, is of relatively little importance. Traditionally, it is the outer shield of Shen, protecting Shen from invasion by external pathological factors. Xin was linked to the emperor, who was inviolate, and Xin Bao to the minister, who guarded the emperor from harm, and whose specific general function was guiding the people in their joys and pleasures. The links between Xin Bao and its paired foe, San Jiao, are particularly tenuous, and it may be that these two Zangfu were linked more from the reason of a desire for theoretical symmetry than from observed physiological or pathological relationships. In clinical practice, points on the Xin Bao channel are used almost interchangeably with points from the Xin channel. Points from these two channels here have very similar functions. For example, to eliminate fire or phlegm from Xin, to move and regulate Xin Qi, to dispel fullness and pain in the chest, and to calm Xin and Shen. Patterns of disharmony. The disharmonies of Xin Bao are largely connected with worm diseases, that is, febrile disorders associated with invasion of the body by external pathological heat. Just as the pattern of six stages, otherwise known as the six divisions, was formulated for diseases induced by cold, the pattern of four stages, Wei Qi in Xie, and the pattern of San Jiao were introduced to describe diseases induced by heat. Disharmony of Xin Bao is associated with the yin or xie stage of Wei Qi in Xie and with the upper Jiao phase of the San Jiao pattern. Two main Xin Bao patterns occur, one of heat affecting Xin Bao and the other of phlegm obstructing Xin Bao. These patterns have comparable signs to the Xin patterns of phlegm, a phlegm fire agitating Xin and cold phlegm misting Xin, and, like them, are often interwoven with each other. However, unlike the Xin patterns, which are largely due to internal disease factors, these two Xin Bao patterns are due to invasion by an external factor, specifically heat. Since it would seem in China, treatment of patterns of Wei Qi in Xie and San Jiao is largely the province of herbal medicine rather than of acupuncture. And since the severe febrile diseases are becoming rare in the West, and even rarer in general acupuncture practice, these patterns of invasion of Xin Bao by external heat are of theoretical interest, but at the present of limited practical importance in Western acupuncture. San Jiao. San Jiao is variously known in the West as a triple burner, triple warmer, and triple heater. It is the sixth food, or yang organ system, and is the most difficult to all the Zangfu to understand, and the one over which there has been the most controversy, both in China and the West. In addition, in the West, there has been an unfortunate amount of misinterpretation and misunderstanding of its role, which has further confused the issue. All Zangfu refer more to functions than to structures, but San Jiao is the extreme case. San Jiao has a name but no bodily shape. A brief analysis of the historical development of San Jiao concept is given in Pericardium, and will not be considered here. The current conception of San Jiao may be considered to have the following four main facets, each of which will be discussed. Number 1. San Jiao as three divisions of the body. Number 2. San Jiao as full system. Number 3. San Jiao as Jing Luo. Number 4. San Jiao as San Jiao points. San Jiao as three divisions of the body. This section may be given three subdivisions, the two less important being dealt with first. 1. San Jiao as part of the 6 stages. 2. San Jiao classification of warm diseases. 3. San Jiao as three divisions. San Jiao as part of the 6 stages. In the pattern of 6 stages, or 6 divisions, dealing with disorders induced by cold, the Xiaoyang stage involves Dan and San Jiao channels. However, treatment in terms of 6 stages is more the domain of herbal medicine than of acupuncture, where it is of lesser clinical importance. San Jiao classification of warm diseases. This is a classification of the stage or depth of invasion of diseases induced by heat, complementary to the classification of Wei Qi Yin Xie, and may be represented as follows. Upper Jiao, Wei and Xin, Xin Bao. Middle Jiao, Pi and Wei. Lower Jiao, Gan and Shen. However, the treatment of severe febrile diseases is rare at present in Western general acupuncture practice, and, like the classification of 6 stages and of Wei Qi Yin Xie, this use of San Jiao as 3 stages or divisions is more relevant to herbal than to acupuncture practice. San Jiao as 3 divisions. A major facet of San Jiao concept is the idea of dividing the body, or more specifically, the trunk into 3 areas, the 3 burning spaces, the upper, middle, and lower jiao, as shown in Figure 12.1. Figure 12.1, the 3 divisions, upper jiao, Xin and Fei, head and neck, from diaphragm upwards. Middle jiao, Pi and Wei, between diaphragm and navel. Lower jiao, Gan, Shen, Pangwan, Xinchan, Xiaochan, and Dachan, below navel. Thus, the body is divided into 3 areas with respect to anatomy, physiology, and pathology. San Jiao as a food system. There are 3 main aspects to be considered here. 1. Transformation and movement of fluids. 2. Transformation and movement of qi. 3. Misinterpretation and misunderstanding. Transformation and movement of fluids. The San Jiao pathway network. According to the Neijin, the main function of San Jiao as a food system is the control and coordination of the the formation, transformation, and movements of Jingye. San Jiao regulates the entire cycle of Jingye circulation and the intercommunication of fluids throughout the body. This understanding of San Jiao is very different from the concept of the division of the body into 3 areas. This aspect of San Jiao suggests a network of pathways allowing the movement of Jingye, qi, and transformation products throughout the body. This pathway network may be separate from the Jing Luo of San Jiao and other Zang Fu, but integrated with them. Closely linked to the idea of waterways, water channels, or water passageways is the concept of free or unobstructed movement through them. If movement is unobstructed through the San Jiao pathway network, movement of Jingye, qi, and transformation products proceeds smoothly. If the pathways are obstructed, then there may be accumulation of turbid fluids, with signs such as edema or retention of urine. The system of San Jiao pathways permeates the three Jiao and is intimately linked with the San Jiao functions and with the internal channels and collaterals of the San Jiao and the other Zang Fu. Fire and water in Jing metabolism. The fundamental division into yin and yang may be applied to Jing metabolism. Yin corresponds to the material aspects of fluids and to their moistening, cooling, and nourishing functions. Yang is the dynamic force underlying the transformation, warming, and movement of Jingye. The division into water and fire is a vital phase of the yin yang dichotomy. Water flows downwards, fire blazes upwards, and the proper balance of the two represents harmony within the body. Water corresponds to the yin, and fire to the yang aspect of Jingye metabolism. Shen, the foundation of yin and yang, and of fire and water within the body, has a key role in Jingye metabolism, and is said to move water. Jingye physiology. The formation of Jingye is described on page 15, and the cycle of Jingye circulation is shown in figure 7.2 on page 69. The role of San Jiao in the transformation and transportation of Jingye involves 1. The concepts of yin yang and fire and water. 2. The concepts of functional interrelationship between the Zang Fu involved in Jingye metabolism. Principally Shen, Pi, Fei, and Pangguan, and to a lesser extent, Wei, Xiaochan, and Dachang. 3. The concept of San Jiao as a network of water passages. 4. The concept of San Jiao as three anatomical divisions. The three divisions and Jingye metabolism. The upper Jiao is described as a mist, since it is associated with a fluid vapor that rises to a Fei form, Fei from Pi or Shen, and is dispersed by Fei to the skin and the muscles and to Jingye circulation. The middle Jiao is described as a foam or muddy pool, since it is associated with the process of reception and transformation of food and drink. The lower Jiao is described as a swamp or a drainage ditch, since it is largely associated with the processes of exertion carried out by Shen, Pangguan, Xiaochan, and Dachang. Alternatively, the three Jiao may be regarded in terms of whether the primary concern is with the vapor phase or with the liquid phase of fluid metabolism. The upper Jiao is concerned with dispersing the vapor phase and with converting impure vapor to liquid. The middle Jiao is concerned with transforming the solids and liquids of food and drink into purer, lighter vapor, fraction, and the less pure, denser liquid fraction. The lower Jiao is concerned with the excretion of the impure part of the liquid phase and with the vaporization of the pure part of the liquid fraction. Transformation and movement of Qi. This topic may be subdivided. 1. Qi. 2. Digestion and excretion. 3. San Jiao as a passageway for Yuan Qi. Qi. San Jiao has been described as the beginning and end of Qi, and as the commander-in-chief of the Qi of all Zang Fu, whether in Qi or Wei Qi, inside or outside the channels, to the right or to the left, above or below. San Jiao has been described as being responsible for communication between all parts of the body, so that if the qi of San Jiao is unobstructed, the interior is harmonized and the exterior is calmed. Right and left, above and below are in communication, and the whole body and personality are in harmony. San Jiao is regarded as the source of both yin qi that moves through the channels, nourishing the Zang Fu, and wei qi that moves outside the channels, protecting the surface of the body from invasion by external pathological factors. Digestion and excretion. San Jiao has been described as a pathway for nutrition and may be seen in terms of digestion and excretion. The middle jiao is responsible for the reception and the rotting and ripening of food and drink. The upper jiao receives the purer transformation products from the middle jiao and disperses them throughout the body. The lower jiao receives the denser transformation products from the middle jiao and mainly excretes them as waste. San Jiao as a pathway for yang qi. According to the Nanjing, the yuan qi from Shen, necessary to warm and activate the process of digestion, spreads from Shen to the Zangfu via the pathway of San Jiao. Summary. From the point of view of the San Jiao as three divisions, all body, all body processes are included in the three divisions. Not only digestion and excretion, but respiration, circulation, growth, and reproduction. The three divisions involve the transformation and circulation not only of Qi and Jinye, but also of Xue, Jing, and Shen. However, from the point of view of the function of San Jiao as a food system, the emphasis is on digestion and excretion, and the metabolism of Qi and Jinye. Indeed, the main function of San Jiao is the regulation of Jinye metabolism, and the concern with qi and digestion and excretion is of secondary importance. Misinterpretation and misunderstanding. There are two main headings. 1. San Jiao as a heating system. 2. San Jiao and the endocrine system. San Jiao as a heating system. In the main interpretation of San Jiao as regulating Jingye metabolism, there is indeed a fire as well as a water aspect. And the secondary interpretation of San Jiao as the avenue for food and drink, and the beginning and end of qi. Warmth is both required by the digestive processes and is produced by them. However, the Western view of San Jiao primarily as a heating system or a thermostat of the body is foreign to TCM. San Jiao and endocrine system. Similarly, Western attempts to identify San Jiao with the endocrine system of Western medicine or with specific endocrine glands, such as the thyroid, are highly inadvisable and only lead to intellectual confusion. Firstly, TCM does not TCM does not perceive an endocrine system, and secondly, at this stage of Western understanding of TCM, attempts to equate the functional systems of TCM with the solid organs of Western medicine only lead to gross misunderstanding and clinical inefficiency. Only when there is a deep and thorough understanding of Chinese medicine in the West can a synthesis of Western and Chinese medicine begin. The time is not yet with us. San Jiao as the Jing Luo. Distribution. The distribution of the main superficial San Jiao channel is well known, and only its internal pathway and its connections with certain other systems are mentioned below. The superficial channel goes from Qianliao, triple bond 15, via Bingfen, small intestine 12, and Da Chui, Duma 14, to Jianjin, gallbladder 21. From Jianjin, the channel goes internally to the chest, to join with Xin Bao and connect with Shanchong, Renmai 17. It descends through the diaphragm to the abdomen, linking with the upper, middle, and lower jiao in turn. A branch of the San Jiao channel connects with Weiyang, bladder 53, the lower uniting point of San Jiao, and then follows the course of Pangwan channel to unite with Pangwan. Signs. Signs associated with the superficial pathway of the San Jiao channel include swelling, soreness or pain in hand, arm, shoulder, throat, cheek, and jaw, pain or inflammation in eyes or ears, and deafness. Signs associated with the internal pathway of the San Jiao channel or with the San Jiao as a food system include abdominal distension, especially hardness or fullness of the lower abdomen, urination with frequency or pain, and enuresis, edema, and retention of urine. The signs of disharmony of the San Jiao channel and of the San Jiao organ system are therefore very different. Signs of the channel are mainly pain or inflammation in the upper body along the course of the superficial channel, and signs of the San Jiao organ system are largely in the lower body and concerned with faulty gene metabolism. The San Jiao points. The San Jiao points have remarkably little association with the function of San Jiao as an organ system. The main functions of the San Jiao points are concerned with 1. Relieving pain and inflammation along the course of the superficial channel. 2. Dispersing external disease factors. 3. Invigorating Qi circulation in the Jing Luo to remove obstruction. Relieving the superficial channel. Each San Jiao point has a local effect on the area surrounding it. For example, Yang Qi, triple Barna 4, is used for pain in the wrist, and Tian Liao, triple Barna 15, is used for pain in the shoulder. Also, each San Jiao point may have effect at areas on the channel at the distance from the point. For example, Chengchu, triple Barna 3, may be used for deafness, and Tianjin, triple burner 10, may be used for pain in the shoulder and neck. Dispersing external disease factors. Various San Jiao points have the function of dispersing invading external factors, especially wind and heat. For example, Waiguan, triple burner 5, and Si Chu Kong, triple burner 23, disperse wind and heat. The action of these points is associated with the San Jiao function of harmonizing the interior and calming the exterior, and with the San Jiao as source of Wei Qi, the defensive energy of the body. Invigorating Qi circulation. Several San Jiao points are concerned with regulating or invigorating the circulation of Qi in the channels and collaterals, and hence with removing obstruction and stagnation of Qi. For example, San Luo, triple Bana 8, clears the channels and sensory orifices, and Waiguan, triple Bana 5, removes obstruction from the Yang Wei Mai. This aspect of San Jiao point use is associated with the concept of San Jiao as a system of passageways, which must remain unobstructed to allow the free movement of Qi, Jingye, and the transformation products. It highlights the link between San Jiao disharmonies and obstruction and stagnation. Treatment of San Jiao disharmonies. Points on the San Jiao channel are rarely used for San Jiao organs disharmonies. San Jiao points may be used for disorders of some of the less emphasized aspects of San Jiao functions. For example, Qi Luo, Triple Bana 6, opens the intestines, relating to the digestion and excretion aspect of San Jiao, but disharmonies of the main San Jiao function of Jing metabolism are not treated by San Jiao points. For example, in retention of urine, Zhengqi, Renmai 3, the mu point of Panguang, may be used in combination with San Jiao, Spring 6, to regulate the function of Panguang. Wei Yang, bladder 53, may be added, since it is the lower uniting point of San Jiao, able to regulate the transformation of fluids in the lower jiao and promote circulation in the water passages. In edema, obstruction of the water passages may be predominantly in the upper jiao due to Fei disharmony, in the middle jiao due to Pi disharmony, or in the lower jiao due to disharmony of Shen. Treatment would depend on which jiao and also which Zangfu were the predominant disharmonies. For example, if Fei Qi were deficient, Shen Chong, Renmai 17, and Fei Shu, bladder 13, could be used to strengthen it. If Pi Qi were the predominant deficiency, Zhongwang, Renmai 12, and Pi Shu, bladder 12, could be used. If Shenyang were the predominant deficiency, Wang Yuan, Renmai 4, could be used. In each case, points would be used with both reinforcing method and moxa. Summary. The two main conceptions of San Jiao are of San Jiao as three divisions of the body and of San Jiao as the full system. These two conceptions are not mutually exclusive but complementary. For example, the main function of the San Jiao organ system is the regulation of Jing metabolism. San Jiao as an organ system provides a system of water passageways which may permeate the upper, middle, and lower jiao and connect those zangfu involved in the cycle of Jingye circulation. In addition, some texts associate San Jiao as a food system with digestion and excretion, with the formation, transformation, and circulation of qi, and with wei qi and the protection of the body from external invasion. However, the main function of San Jiao as a food system is with the formation, transformation, circulation, and excretion of Jingye. The superficial San Jiao channel has little relation to the pathology of San Jiao as a food system, and the points on the San Jiao channel are rarely used for San Jiao organ system disharmonies. The points used for disharmony of San Jiao as a food system depend on the particular Zangfu involved, but are generally points of Jing Luo other than San Jiao Jing Luo.